need her in your life? It's like, God, if I had more wall space, she'd go up somewhere. I saw it, I was like, Actually, so I was in Austria. Um, they have on the old iPods, you just kind of put on shuffle, right? They just played you all the music you had on there. And I was riding up the gondola to the top of the Alps outside of Innsbruck, Austria, and was just listening to whatever music. And everybody went one way to go to like the cafe. And I was like, I wonder what down this path is. And right as I start stepping down the path, this comes on. And I stepped out, and it was literally a field full of spring flowers. And I was like, fuck, I spun around like such. I sprained my ankle a little bit because I was spinning. But I was going to say, like, as far as serendipity goes, I was like, this is like magical. This is a theater kid boner, is what it is. With songs I have sung. Oh. Good. How you doing? I know I will be what hurt you. Good evening, everybody. Welcome down to Cranky Sam's. We're going to start with trivia here in just a minute. If you'd like to join us, it is free and hopefully fun for you. Again, we're going to get started in a couple of minutes. You can come on up and grab 4 slips and a pen, and we'll get some trivia going all up in your business. Thanks for coming down to Cranky Sam. Four slips in a pen, and you'll be sorted out. Yeah, that's fine. See the prize this week. I mean, I think it's great. I think it's worth more than most of the other ones, but also the Sound of Music has been stuck in my head all day because I knew I was bringing it. Isn't it great? I think it's great. I don't know. It was at Church Garage Sale for 25 cents, and I was like, "Yep." If I had room on my wall somewhere, I would put it up because it's just that tacky. Like me, like I look at art and I get my wall. 4 rooms in a glorified studio apartment. It's just like 4 connected rooms, not really doors in between, and a lot of windows. It's just great for my plants. But I'm like, there's only so many actual wall pieces, and I'm like, honey, I can't. I have one wall that's all kind of like piratey themed. So I got my maps and like cool old dumb and black and white, like scrub paint and like dumb stuff like that. And I'm like, there's no place for you, Maria, in my heart. And send you to be a yes. I hope so.
Alrighty, folks, if you'd like to join us for trivia, this is your last call. Come on up and grab 4 slips and a pen. We're going to get started here in 1 minute. I'm tonight.
Grab all from you. Of course, yeah, please help yourself. One of my Sharpies did end up in here. Oh, perfect. Recycle, reduce, reuse, right? Hi.
What are we drinking?
Can I get a lady, please? This was here. I don't know what to do with it. Well, I ran out of time. I'm sorry.
Alrighty, folks, let's get this show on the road. If it's your first time down or it's been a while, check out those basics on the screens right now. We're going to have 4 rounds of 10 questions each question worth 1 point. But if you look in the top right of your answer sheet, you'll see a star. If you circle that star, it will double your points for that round. So if you get 8 correct, you'd have a total of 16 points, for example. That can only be used once, so use it wisely. We don't do any repeats down here, so take notes. I'll give you 2 minutes at the end of each round to check your answers. Also, prizes tonight: first place, $30 drink card. Second place, $20. Third place is surprise prize, which tonight is this beautiful gold framed picture of Maria from The Sound of Music spinning her little heart out before she was accosted by 7 children and a violent former naval captain. Oh, we also have a prize for best team name. The dumber name, the better, I guarantee. If you make it naughty, you might win an even stupider prize than Maria framed. We only have 4 rules, so please follow them. First of all, no cell phones out during rounds at all. Just put them in your pocket. Feel free to narc on your neighbors. I think that's really fun, because I'm a nasty person. We also have a 6-person team limit. If you have more than 6, that's fine. You can still play, but you can't win. So make sure to write that really clearly at the top for me, like 6 plus. Also, please keep your answers quiet as the delicious beer starts to flow. People tend to get a little loud. Don't ruin it for anybody else. Don't shout out any answers. And finally, last but not least, relax. It is just trivia. So take a breather. None of this, by definition, is all that important. And with that being said, make sure your team name is at the top. We're going to dive straight into round number 1. Are you smarter than a 5th grader? 10 questions actually asked by my friend, who's a 5th grade teacher, to her students this last year. So we'll see if you're smarter than a 5th grader as we move in to round number 1. Question number 1. Again, make sure to get your team name at the top. Question number 1. How many compound words are in the following sentence? Someone from the classroom was playing baseball in the cafeteria. Give me a number on that one.
Travis, this is literally number one on round one.
Alrighty, folks, I'll give you about 10 more seconds to check over your answers, and then we're going to move on to question number 2. 10 seconds. Question number 2 in our 5th grader round. What is the clinical name for the collarbone? Just so you know, spelling doesn't matter down here, but it does need to be phonetically correct. Seconds. Again, take some notes if you need to as we move on to question number 3. Question 3. During the Vietnam War, what was the capital of North Vietnam? During the police action often known as the Vietnam War. Ten seconds. Take some notes if you need to. You'll have 2 minutes at the end of the round. Moving right along here to question number 4. What collective noun is used to describe a group of baboons? 10 seconds. Oh, formatting got a little weird on this one, but what year did Montana become a state? Question number 6 in our Are You Smarter Than a 5th Grader round. The Greek goddess Athena had what name in the Roman pantheon, in Roman mythology? Seconds. Question number 7 in our fifth grade round. What is the name of the rat character in E.B. White's Charlotte's Web? Question number 8. What countries, they all of them, share a land border with Mexico? And seconds again, take some notes. You'll have 2 minutes at the end of the round. All right, this is intentionally convoluted, so hold on tight here. Patients exchanged a jar of pennies at the bank and received 2 $20 bills, 3 $5 bills, 1 $50 bill, and 21 bills. How many individual pennies did he exchange? He brought his purse along. Take some notes quick if you need more time. We're moving on to question number 10 in 10 seconds. Well, sports ball question. In the rotation order, what term describes the third batter in line, including the current batter at the plate? And just like that, my friend, round number 1 is done. Your 2 minutes to check over your answers for accuracy and legibility. Please start right now. Turn them in upside down in front of the computer, please. 2 minutes. Don't forget, you can star around to double your points.
loud back if I didn't yell at you.
Tell me all you want. Just be careful if you get some sass back. I'm like, I worked 12 hours on this shit. Back off, lady.
Hey man, I don't know if it's up to you, but this music is awesome.
What's that?
I said, I don't know if it's up to you, but this music is awesome.
Yeah, you like it? Yeah, I wanted something without lyrics.
Yeah, dude.
That was kind of repetitive, but not like I give you
Nice,
face.
very
Yeah.
propulsive.
I was like, look, lo-fi hip hop. That's what I'm going for. Thanks, man.
Team names.
Okay.
Can
Folks, we have about 15 seconds left and all your clips turned in.
I look
What were you looking for? What were you hoping to do?
what my team name is?
Oh, well, nobody ever remembers. Write anything down. You can go through. Well, you're okay. I know. I'm trying to make sure it's fair for everybody. And I think I already got
All right, and all clips should be up now. Folks, I'll get these scored as quickly as possible. We'll check those answers, and we'll start right in with round number 2.
Guatemala. Sorry. Folks up and be like, it's too bad these people didn't make good decisions about themselves and they got themselves. And I'm like, don't- what the fuck? Alrighty, folks, thank you so much for your patience. We have 25 teams tonight. That's 250 questions for me to check. Well, we got all you in the computer. Let's see how your team did with round number one. Are you smarter than a fifth grader? I'm going to say for the team over, the group overall, about 50-50. One, collarbone. Three teams just broke collarbone. That was funny. That's called the clavicle. You got two of them. Use them, love them, break them. They break a lot. A lot of people guess Ho Chi Minh City. That's actually the current capital. Hanoi was the capital up in the northern reaches. Beautiful city if you ever get a chance to visit. A group of baboons shares a collective now with lots of other monkeys and a troop of baboons. Montana became a state all the way back in. Oh, she got it, 1889. See, most people guess Venus for this one. That would be Aphrodite. Harry Potter nerd, you'll never forget it. Athena is also known as Minerva the Garmadol. Like Charlotte's Web, the skinny rat who actually helped a lot. His name is Templeton. Templeton the rat. And listen, we're not here to judge. I have been teaching for years. For the love of God, look at a map. The amount of you that said like that said like Venezuela, I'm like, there's a whole isthmus with tons of countries in between that and Mexico, right? And then I'm going to border Panama. There are three countries: that's Belize, Guatemala, and the USA. Everything else is distinctly far away. And here's a fun fact: you could just get in a car and drive there. Try it sometime. All right, this one was intentionally complicated just to, I don't know, throw you for a bit of a loop. Most y'all got it fine. That's $125 total, which is 12,500 pennies. All you got to do is move the decimal place 2 spots. A lot of people got some very complicated lines on this. It's hard to describe what I was asking here, but we're looking for it in the hole. In the hole, that's anywhere in the rotation. The third batter up would be in the hole, which my boyfriend never was, which is why we broke up. Let's check your. Don't make that gross. I was talking about golf.
Let's check our scores and see how we did. Again, I would say a good half of you. Probably you're not smarter than a fifth grader, but you know, I wouldn't do a Billy Madison if I were you. And here we are at the top of the list after future retirees at the high school, but they didn't use their star. Meaning we have a dirty three-way tie. Next in line was the third player. On deck in the hole. Counting the person at back.
Okay, I couldn't figure out the way.
You're okay, no worries. We got a three-way tie here with 50 Shades of Gandalf the Grey. Questions about musicals only. You'll have one musical hint for the rest of the night. And the staff down here actually was doing well on this one. CSB, that's your crew. But my favorite team name, I gotta say, was probably Lake Placid. Lake Placid 2. Where are you guys at? Come on up and get your crappy prize.
Oh my God. It's always you guys. You guys get the Klutz Star Wars folded flyers with 30 paper starfighters.
It's for ages 8 and up. Don't hurt yourself. Get an adult if it needs scissors, okay? Promise me that, okay?
Are you not going to re-up? So, I'm going to tell people to fuck off, including my bosses.
All right, folks, we survived round number 1. Let's dive right into round number 2. That is a random round. 10 random questions for you. Make sure your team name is at the top of your sheet. And let's dive into kind of similar to last round, actually, just 10 random questions. Starting with question number 1. Who was president of the U.S. when the first man stepped on La Luna? Nope, you'll have 2 minutes at the end. Question number 2 in our random round. Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet is set up to feud between what two families?
See you next week.
Okay, bye. Thanks for nothing, I guess.
Bye.
I haven't seen you for weeks. You're breaking my heart.
Kingston, I'm sorry.
Where'd you get to go?
Down to Yellowstone.
Oh, nice.
Did some fishing with my dad.
It's fun just to get up and out of the valley sometimes.
Buffalo.
Spicy music
Dumb people. You know how it goes.
around the buffalo.
10 seconds.
See how they.
Question number 3 in random. Painted the work officially titled Arrangement in Gray and Black number 1, but also known as the artist's mother.
It follows the rules of three really well, right? And for an American artist, that style of realism and a little bit of chiaroscuro for the era. I don't know why you guys don't invite me to join you every week. I'm like, well, actually. This is why I don't have friends.
Question number 4 in random. What 90s TV show starring Claire Danes lasted only 1 season despite a fan movement dubbed Operation Lifesaver. And seconds. Right around what British explorer completed his first global circumnavigation, including work in Fiji and the journey of New Zealand in his ship, the HMS Endeavour? Moving on to question number 6 in our round around. What musician made history in 2020 as the youngest winner of the Grammys' 4 main categories? Ten seconds. Another You're welcome, people that don't know real trivia. How many teams are there in the NFL? And I'm sorry to real nerds who don't care about the NFL. Ten seconds. Question number 8 in Copenhagen, that's in Denmark. A famous statue of the Little Mermaid stands as a memorial to what author?
Really about what, like that big, maybe? Huh? My buddy stopped. He was like, "You have to stop here because this is where we people stop." But like, that's it. He's like, "Can we go?" And I was like, "Yeah."
10 seconds. Number 9, a real good science question. What are the transitional periods at the beginning and the end of zodiac signs called? Ten seconds. Number 10. Fruit is a souvenir capsule with a pentagonal cross section, originated in East Africa and came to be part of Southern cuisine with the Atlantic slave trade. Thanks, slavery.
Thank you, sir. Listen at home.
Oh,
I took it out for bingo and I was like, don't forget this. And then I left. Of course, I forgot. Story of my life.
10 seconds. And just like that, round number 2 is over. You got 2 minutes starting right now to check your answers for accuracy and ability. Let's get all those slips turned in upside down in front of the computer in 2 minutes, please.
No, I just want to make sure we can start.
Yeah, don't forget about those stars. That will double your points for this round. 2 rounds after this. Yep, that'll double your points.
Automatically, good call. 1, 2, 3.
1 minute down, 1 minute. Get all those slips turned in, please.
No, no, right there for me. You're not special. You're special to me, but you still have to follow the damn rules.
Don't ever forget, I am special.
That was a mistake. That wasn't a forget, I promise.
Last call for slips. Right, crew, let's see how you did with round number 2. There'll be one I might have to get into a pseudoscience argument about. A lot of you didn't get correct, but I'm just going to stand by my answer. We can all move on because I have the power here. The person who has his name on a plaque located on the moon is none other than good old Nixon. Nixon was president in 1969. Romeo and Juliet were part of the Capulets and Montagues. That's like Picasso, really your big quote. Whistler, James Whistler, excuse me. Let's go Whistler's mother. This lady just sitting in a chair. It's good. I'm down for it. It's just, officially called that study and whatever. 90s TV show Claire Danes. I got almost 2 Romeo and Juliet questions tonight. My so-called life. It was even a little too moody for me when I was a moody teen, so I'm over it. Lots of good guesses. Some of them are even British, but this was Captain James Cook. Same guy who got shot while trying to kidnap a prince in Hawaii. Starting a global genocide all over Polynesia. Thanks, creepy white guys. We have to take ourselves all the way back to 2020. Only a few people got this one. It was Billie Eilish. Remember that one? Speaking of movie teams, but also not quite a little treat. So I tricked you guys on this one. I was actually asking for the National Forensics League, which is a. I'm just kidding. No, that's how I knew NFL. There's 32 teams in the Hamburg Sports Ball Club. Football, it's a Hamburg. That author of The Little Mermaid, who has a little statue located in Copenhagen, is Hans Christian Andersen in Copenhagen. Yeah. All right, a lot of you said rising and falling. We were talking about these, if I had to be accurate, the star signs for basic. I don't care because it's all made up in the first place, so I'm only accepting this answer, which is simply called cusps. Cusps are people that were born in the transition to zodiac signs. So you overthought it. If you are super into astrology, have fun. But that's what I'm taking. Sorry, not sorry. And finally, last but not least, that plant with the pentagonal cross section brought over by slavery is okra. Okra. Obviously not a fan, but you know. I was born and raised in Missoula, Montana.
So you're literally sitting right here, and my beer's empty.
She was saying that I was asking you if there's anything left.
Gotta take your okra another try.
No. To be fair, I worked at some buffet where they had the fried ones.
Oh, I like
They weren't that bad.
Yeah, I mean,
Here we are after 2 rounds. Oh, my God. We'll see how that F's us all up here in a bit. Well, let's go ahead and check out your scores after 2.
food.
Same thing, right?
Same thing.
I don't know what else to get on the menu. That really entices me. And that way I can feed some white rice to my dog. I could save some of the meat and make like a sandwich or a burrito in the morning. Like
Yeah.
I still get like the flavorless pasta salad and I put my own flavoring in it to make it good. And like
Okay.
I feel like I'm missing something here, but like every time I look at the menu, I'm like, that's the best option for me.
I just did shrimp tacos, but I stopped the chicken.
I'd be good too. But again, I don't get to eat it for hours.
I know.
So it has to be good for heated or not.
All right, Grizzly Creek up here to the top. You need Team Just is tied in first place with the future retirees. Great scores there. Also, the Sound of Trivia and Lake Placid 2 in second place there. Just 1 point down. That means our next round is going to be a big old deal for that. Y'all, I'm just going to warn you right now, this next round, please be quiet. Please keep it secret because it's a particularly stupid round, and you saying something loud enough for someone else to hear could give them the hint. So here's what this round is. If you've been down here before, you might recognize it, even though it's only volume 2. This round is called Picture Books. Picture Books. What I'm going to do is show you a series of pictures that essentially verbally describe the name of the book. Let me give you an example. This is just an example. So, for example, I might put this up on the screen. Again, just an example. Well, just simmer your ass down. There we go. Yeah, that's why we talk quietly. So I'm going to give you something like this, and that represents a book title. So if you're looking at that, there's lots of different options for pictures, but we're going to pick the most obvious. So, for example, it might be Jane. There's some sand, there's a dove, there's a giant, and a beach. So if we were adding all that together, saying, oh, it would sound just like. We down for this yet, Tim? So again, there's going to be 10 of them. Sometimes things will be used for slight different sounds. Quietly talk it out amongst yourselves, and certain words will pop out. I'm also going to keep this round a little quicker. You're only going to have 1 minute to turn in your sheets at the end. And I'm only giving you about 35 seconds per picture. Not a full speed round, but pretty damn close. So that means that All these will have a series of pictures which, when said out, turn into the name of a well-known book. Fiction, non-fiction, literature, children's, whatever it is. So that being said, make sure your team name is at the top. We're going to dive right into round number one. Some of these are very tough. Help me out with them. Here's round number one. Name this book. You have 10 seconds to make your guess or take some notes. 10 seconds. All right, shake it off. We might need a warm up. Shake it off. Let's move on to number two. Here's question number two.
You guys aren't getting them. You make me feel bad. Say it out loud.
That one.
Okay, good. Okay.
10 seconds. We're going to skip along here to question number three. Giving me the book title.
Right? Okay. I spent so long on these. These are my favorite ones to put together, and they take forever. And like, when people don't get them, I feel stupid.
10 seconds. This one you might, number four, you might think a young person and an old person on your team. Here it is, number four.
Last two put together then.
I'm lying. I'm giving you guys more time on these. I think they're really fun. Here's number five. Number five, a famous book. If you say it out loud with your team quietly so nobody can hear you, chances are it'll pop up and answer. Let's move on to question number six. Eventually here. There we go, number six. 10 seconds. Here's question number 7. Give me the book title. And seconds. And seconds. How about number 5? The top selling book in the U.S. for a decade or two.
Boy, wouldn't it be great to say party at the end? You kids these days.
And seconds. And finally, this is Dr. Roundy. You're almost down to here. Number 10. Name this famous book.
You're doing something wrong. That's not a big deal. Thank you. Yeah? Okay, great.
10 seconds. All righty, crew. I lied earlier. I'll give you 2 minutes from right now to turn in your sheets if you need it. 2 minutes starting right now.
Now people would get them quicker. People were really struggling.
Marked on there, but we are a team of 7.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
One minute down, 1 minute to go to get all those flips turned in. I know this was a weird one, but hope you guys had fun with it. And again, don't forget those stars. There's one round after this one. 1 minute till all flips need to be turned in.
Love it.
20 seconds. Let's consider this a last call to get all your slips turned in. We enjoyed that at least a little bit. Those are kind of the rounds I like putting together, even though they take forever. I'll get these scored up as quickly as possible. You said you're late. I'm sure you're late. One more round after this one. Another completely different round for you here coming up in just a bit. Again, thanks for being Sam. It's only half an hour to get some food orders in if you'd like. And if you find things like trivia that's a little too challenging for your brain box, let's go back to bingo. If you can recognize a number and mark it and then see a basic pattern, you can win hundreds of dollars. Down here every Tuesday from 7 to 9 o'clock.
Or the highlights of it. Like,
I love
it's one of the ones that works for some people, it just doesn't work for others. And
It's fine.
it's weird. I'm just like, I think you have to say it out loud and be like, what famous book does that sound like? And
Yeah.
somebody could be like, obviously this book that, because none of them were obscure books in any way, shape, or form. Yeah. But it's not for everybody.
Unless you can't think of Donna's actual name in real life, you can't think of Tori Spelling.
Oh, Tori.
I could not think of.
I didn't even know her name. I was like, I need that word, and I was like,
I was trying to think. It's not a brief Donna time, but
we know she only got this role because her dad's a producer. Yeah. We should have remembered. Yes.
No, I know. Oh well, I loved it. I just didn't see the last two.
Fair enough. You can look at them now while we do the answers. You can see if you can catch up.
I'm gonna miss it intentionally.
No, I just thought you might enjoy it because if I just tell you what they are, it's not as fun as looking at them, right? Thank you. It wasn't to be mean. It was to offer up a wonderful experience for you. Don't make me. I'm really dumb.
I'm able to
I think for some of you, this is the biggest nightmare option as possible. For other people, they were like, this is absolutely perfect. The first thing you can get in the role. Okay, so we have some keys there. Night. What does the cow say? Moo. And then between two options, one seems to be in and one seems to be out. That type of cheese is from the Netherlands, which is Gouda is a favorite cheese from the Netherlands. So it's Gouda Night Moo in, which sounds like the classic kids book, Good Night Moon. Yeah, no, yeah. They all have something tricky in them. This one's hypothetically completely straightforward, except for that last picture. Some people put couches or sofas. Wood-trimmed seating positions like that can offer seating for two or more are often called settees. That was Tail Off to Cities. This one that was pretty straightforward as well. If you knew who Jeff Bridges was, that's Duh Bridges off Mad Eye, Son Count T. I was joking this next one needed a young person and an old person because you needed to know the Twitch logo and Ward Cleaver from Leave It to Beaver in the 50s because that's T lie on the Twitch T Wardrobe. The lie on the witch and the wardrobe. Some people have close to the titles, but not quite, by the way, and I had to take obviously YouTube. So this one is brief sis Tori, that's story spelling, off time meme. A brief history of time. This one probably the most people messed up because they may not know. This book's actually been out under a lot of different titles. Some people just put like The Diary of Anne Frank, which is what we're talking about, but under certain titles it doesn't do that. And I gave this to you right away. You got Anne Hathaway, Frank Sinatra, Anne Frank, Teen Guy Harry off a young girl. The Diary of a Young Girl. This was probably the most thrown off because of the bottom left picture. If you've ever seen the movie, scene from it, so that was kind of vital for this one. But we got a Cliff, we got Gerald Ford, we got the movie Big Red and Dog. Clifford the Big Red Dog. This had 2 level of nerddom in it. You needed to know old PT stuff and Monty Python's Holy Grail, because that's Barry Maya, as in Maya Rudolph, heart at. That's a picture of a man wooing someone to wound dead. And then if you've seen Monty Python, those are the nights that say, bury my heart at wounded knee. I do like 3 teams wrote for this one, the Julia Child cooking book, which you were absolutely not wrong. You just can't get any points for that. I also like 3 people put ennui for the French guy. I mean, it's just French. That is mastering T Heart off French cooking. Mastering the art of French cooking. Julia Child's famous book. And National Treasure Maya Angelou wrote this book. I know why T. Nicolas Cage caged bird sings. I know why the caged bird sings. One of the most famous books that she's put out. So again, for some of you, you were like, this was awesome. I saw a lot of blank stares and cranky faces. Let's see how your team did. We still have one more round after this, though, so don't fret yet. It's not time to worry yet, Scout. Between these teams. Round number 2 This last round is going to decide if you're from I don't We've done similar rounds to this before. We're going to try this one. Also, literally, some of these towns have like 300 people, which is the metropolis in some parts of the state. So I'll give you an example of what we're going through here. Here's also a clue like Archimedes' exclamation on discovering his famous principle. Very famously, supposedly ran out and said, Eureka! Eureka is a town in Montana. So all of these are going to be towns in Montana with a crossword style clue connected to them. I'll just warn you again, some of these are very small towns. If you feel like you know the answer but you've never heard of it, I would personally just go with the answer because, good Lord, there's some tiny, tiny little spots in this very, very big state. Let's start off with question number 1. Most populous city in Scotland. Again, what answer would fill this clue and to be a Montana town? Ten seconds. Artfully cooking the circus of meat. Oh my, I'm like, if you're hitting, I'm like, okay. And if you're not, I'm like, oh god, I fucked up. There you go. 10 seconds. Here you go, musical team number 3, Tony Orland Musical. That's also a Montana town. Here's a hint, it's not Oklahoma. Ten seconds. Question number 4, California's most prestigious private university. Foresight. Average. You know, those good ones. And you're going to take some notes if you need to. You'll have 2 minutes at the end. A little funky, that's the question mark, but artificially raise the number to the next whole integer, but also Montana town. Yes, you might be right. 10 seconds. Question number 6. Flounder, halibut, and cod. Flounder and halibut and cod. Sorry, that's weird. Yeah. And second. We might have them or more.
That one made me like the most. I was like,
Ten seconds. Question number 8. Blonde Matt, the central character of P.E. and Radiant's Gunsmoke.
I was thinking of you though. Like my dad, just it's on 24/7 in his garage. I'm like, how do you get this? Like, why is it?
Almost there.
Here's number 9. In the Montana town that also is a large version of Little Orphan Annie's dog. And second. All right, folks, the nerdiest and most obscure question of the whole night. Question number 10. The second female angelic being for J.A.R. Tolkien's Legendarium, also a Montana town.
Fun down there? Okay, I have like 20 seconds till they all hate this. I wouldn't have either, but I Googled. There's a little town in Montana called Valier, where my grandpa happens to be from, and the Valier are this like Tolkien character. So it's yeah, it takes me hours every week, but it's not fun. Yeah. I heard you have a doodle. I got my doodle. He's hanging out in the car right now. Yeah. They're like, yeah, this doodle's so great.
And second.
So crazy. My dog, I just got the chillest boy in the world. Oh no, he's just so relaxed and whatever. He likes getting excited about stuff like a bit, and then he just kind of chills. It's good to see you. Glad you came to say hi.
All right, just like that, trivia is done. Again, you get 2 minutes from right now to turn in your slips. If you know the answers, if not, just turn them in early. Unique, fun, and silly for y'all. Sometimes it works out. Sometimes you have to know. I know why the Canes were really bad pitchers. You just never know how it's going to work out. By the way, if you didn't use your star yet, make sure to star. I will not automatically star you. Appreciate it. One minute down, 1 minute to go. They got almost up the computer, please. And again, I'll just say, if you didn't get that last one, that is fine. That is a deep nerd cut. But this is the last call to get all your slips turned in. Last call, please. I'll get these scored as quickly as possible. We'll see how your teams did this evening. Might even have to have a tiebreaker. Thanks, sir. You're welcome, sir. No, it's you.
Brother.
Thanks, man.
So I feel like that's a perfect goddamn middle, because you know how often and stubborn. Same time, that would have been a label. I was there for 50 years, but yeah. Be nice to that frantic doodle. He's a lot. I've loved him. I've known him for. I've known him since 12. So I'm like, I take everything he says with a grain of prey. Yeah. What are you doing? Travel, you guys. Get your priorities straight.
We're not going again for a while. So
I just love listening to them and be like, when we were down there, and I'm like, I love going down to those places.
yeah, we should go to Nicaragua.
I love Nicaragua.
We need to.
Guatemala's my girl, though, especially like up in like the northwestern highlands. Oh my God. Okay, so Tikal, the temple site, is my favorite temple site I've ever been to all around the world. Because it's still in dense jungle. They've only cleared out a little bit of space. So you still have, you still have like monkeys and like,
Toucans.
it's like really parrots. It's really busy jungle wise. And then you walk through and all of a sudden there's a clearing. There's like a
Big pyramid thing.
all the way up sticking out of it. And I'm like, oh, I like that more than like these huge cleared out spaces where like this used to be a room and you're like, because the Guatemalan government doesn't have enough money to actually clear it out well. It makes it feel a little Indiana, just like 28% Indiana Jones, which makes it feel special. And then up into the highlands there are a few like colonial like cities they put in that like got abandoned fairly quickly, you can tell. So it's mostly the Quechua folks, the little cute native folks like live up there, and nobody that's way off of anybody's travel plans. People have so like they're so excited, right? I travel with me, a slender, buxom black girl with beautiful like thin dreadlocks, and the short guy with the big beard who looks like a dwarf. Endless interest and we got invited to so many dinners, we got invited out to so many places. They were just like, it's great to have you weirdos here. Do you want to come have fun with us? And we were like, we would love to. And that just doesn't happen much anymore in this world, So it's always like a special place in my heart. But I still think Northern Guatemala, I think nobody can give up. Because Guatemala doesn't have good beaches, right?
About beaches.
Well, a lot of people do. So
it's like on Crete, we're up in the mountains.
Yeah. They're like, yeah, but did you know this beach? You're like, does it look like a bunch of sand looking at the ocean with maybe a palm tree? I've seen those before, yeah.
They're everywhere.
We used to do what we call Fuck You February, which is we refuse to be in Montana during February, me and two of my friends. So we travel from like mid-January to mid-March. And we're not really beach people. It's always great, right? But we would always plan
around in the oceans.
Yeah. So we'd usually plan to do. They're hardcore like hiker people, which thank God there's not a lot of big mountains out in those areas, so I could even survive it. But they would always plan like a 4 or 5 day hike with a guide. We'd check out certain cultural areas. We'd go out there, big fisher people. We'd go out on the water to do stuff. But none of it was just chilling. And then we'd always plan a brain dead beach week about 2/3 of the way through and just spend 5 days at a super chill place, drink.
Drink.
Drink doesn't even define it, right? And just like really enjoy somewhere. Yeah, just really get into some hedonism. So that was still a part of the trip, but it was only this like short section. And the rest of the time I felt like we were legitimately adventuring, and it made it feel worthwhile.
Pictures where we stay on Little Corn Island in Nicaragua.
I love Little Corn. I've only been there once. We stayed way over this dodgy spot where like the toilets weren't working and whatever else. And,
Derek's place.
oh no, you're talking Little Corn. We stayed on Big Corn,
Oh, you got to go.
but we did a day trip to Little.
You
Yeah,
need to go stay on Little Corn.
it
Corn
feels
gets discovered.
it's the perfect brain dead beach week area though, right? Because there's nothing happening. Oh no, I'm just saying like it's the perfect place to just like la 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 because there's no cars really, right? It's like there's speed bumps for kids' bikes on the sidewalks. Yeah.
They were going there to go fly fishing for bonefish, and he said,
Okay.
so they're going to meet your boat, and there's going to be people to haul your gear. Well, let us carry our gear.
You're like, we don't care.
That's how they make their living, is
Right.
carrying your gear.
Yeah.
Oh, we'll just pay them. No, they don't want your money. They want to earn your money.
Right? Which is like, it is kind of a funny situation to be in, right? I hate, like, I didn't even like back in the day getting somebody putting shoes on me in a shoe store. I was like, I know how to lace a shoe, bro. Like, so it's really weird to go to places like that. But again, being like, we'd always just like bring extra money for tips and stuff. And then we'd always bring like a couple big bags of beer and just like make sure to hand them out to everybody that we're out on a little excursion with. And like, not the other random white people, like all the guys that are running the boat, doing all this stuff. And then you walk up to even a semi-cold beer and be like, thanks, dude. Like, and like a $5 at the end of the night. Like, yeah, we had a lot of fun for that.
Derek's place on Little Corn. It's an ecotourism place. It's like Gilligan's Island.
I love that shit. I love that so much. And I haven't been out there in so long. Last couple times I've been to Nicaragua, I just kind of stayed toward the west because we were also trying, because I bring people down who've never traveled, right? And my Spanish is pretty, it's functional, it's not great. So it becomes this like game of where can I take you where you feel comfortable kind of thing.
It's the pirate show.
I'm
I gotta let you work.
I know I've just fucked up like 3 times, but I thought I could handle it. But I love chatting with you. Thank you. She distracted me. It's all her fault. What's a boy to do when a gorgeous woman comes up and asks him questions?
Our house.
Like, what about bugs? I'm like, they're just bugs and there's geckos around the Kellenwood.
But the wind blows. It's on the windward side of the island, so the wind blows.
It's just gorgeously like fresh. I love it. I love it. Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you, one of the things that truly fills my heart with epic joy, though, is lushness. And I find those highlands don't really have it. You have to get up into the mountains in those cloud forest areas to really like fill the time. They tickle my pickle in such a weird way. All right, now I gotta see what I effed up.
Exactly. April is not the time to go.
Well, that's why I travel in February, because it sucks in Montana. So if you can get anywhere warmer, you're already winning, right? Oh. Cool. Enjoy that.
All righty, crew. Again, thank you so much for your patience. I'll be honest, I got a little chatty with some people I haven't seen in a while. Hope you're not here for quick and efficient trivia. Look at all these Montana towns. The most populous city in Scotland is actually Glasgow. Glasgow. Third most populous in the UK of all things. Question number 2. A lot of people said Cyr, C-Y-R, which I do appreciate, and I thought was kind of funny. But as you can see, it's partially cooking meat. So we needed to be, what is that, a gerund? Like something ending in ing. So we would call that browning. Now, you can keep your Cyr all you want, but tell me that's not a better answer. All right, good. Get all the way off my back about it.
Can I have one more lady, please?
That Tony Award-winning musical, I was going to put the year and everything else. And I was like, if you can't quite crotch out Hamilton from that, then you're probably not doing it. Hamilton, California's most prestigious private university. I had to put private in there because I don't know shit about the university systems. That's Stanford, a beautiful, literally listed as a city of 340 people. But they call themselves a city. If you're artificially raising a number to the next whole integer, you might call that round up, rounding up, yes. 3 teams put fish for this. I was like, yes, they're all fish, but they're all particular kind of fish. A whitefish, just like they like it up there. Oh, I'm sorry. Are you trying to support the freaking Nazis that live up near Kalispell? Oh, don't be nice to them. They hate people just for how they look and their heritage. All right. A few people said Big Fork on this one. Them was the key there that Big Fork, we're talking 3 forks. Any formal table setting should have at least 3 forks, according to fancy people that give a fart about that. I don't know about you, but my dad pretty much stopped enjoying new media after 1962, so Gunsmoke was big in our house. Matt Dillon. Matt Dillon was the main character of Gunsmoke. I now regret doing this, given seeing some of your scores, but the other answer to this could have been SpongeBob's squirrel friend if she got hit by a growth ray. Because they both share the same name, and that name is home of one of our former senators, Big Sandy. Big Sandy. Sandy was the name of her dog, and Sandy's the name of the squirrel friend. Sorry I didn't put that in. All right, here's the deal. Only one team got the correct answer. 2 teams got kind of close, so I just gave it to them. This is a deep, nerdy one, but my grandpa was born there, so I felt like I had to give them some love. All these could also be described as Valier, which is like the root of valiant in French. I did take the Valar from those 2 teams, and the one team that actually got Valier, you just get a lot of love from me in my heart. Not to do too much self-promotion, folks, but as dumb as some of these are, they do take hours and hours to put together. And as much as Cranky Sam likes to try to take care of me, if you had a good time tonight, if your 2+ hours full of free entertainment was worth something to you, did I mention you got it for free? If you want to throw a couple bucks in my jar, I'd sure appreciate it. Let's check those final scores and see if we need a tiebreaker tonight. I don't even know. We'll all find out together. Let's check our final scores. These are scores out of a possible 50 points. Thanks, man. The winners are going to be kind of confusing for a second. As we creep toward the top of the list here, but the most points is Lake Placid, #2. But they had more than 6 players, so they're not in it for the win. Thank you, buddy. So that means we need a tiebreaker between first and second place. If you are a unique team just or future retirees, come on up and grab one more slip of paper. And I can't win because they're staff here. I need if you're part of quizzes or questions to come on up and grab a sheet. I need 4 teams to come up. You need team just future retirees. Wizard of Ozzy and questions about musicals only. We'll decide between first and second and who gets this beautiful picture.
To do here because oh shit, it's Julie Andrews. That's what's third place is. Don't fuck with that. Great.
We got 2 slips grabbed. Are you grab one too? Great. Who's our 14? We need questions about musicals, Wizard, future retirees, and you need team just. Those are our teams vying for. I only saw 3 teams grab slips. All right, well, if you're not paying attention, I don't really mind. Let's just see what we get turned in. As we do a tiebreaker, you can play this along with your crew as well. Let's do a tiebreaker question here. And again, this is the city, not the general metro area, but the city of both of these places. How many more people live in Glasgow, Scotland than live in Glasgow, Montana? Again, we're talking about the city limits, not the metropolitan area.
Talk about easy money.
Just Kate.
We went $100.
Oh my god, you're gross. I love it. Do you step into that?
And those are all made
So small.
by
for it.
Anna.
Yeah, that's so small for it. I love that little island. It's
Oh,
so
you need
cute.
to go, man. You need to go.
We go down to some of them. Do they? How much money do they give out?
$100. First place. Question: who is the first president? Who wrote the
You know, these people either just Google trivia questions or they're part of a subscription.
I think they're doing the subscription.
And that's when it's funny because they're like,
This is Glasgow, Scotland versus Glasgow, Montana.
Like Price is Right rule, like closest.
It is not Price is Right rules. Whoever's closest to the final answer above or below will win.
yep. You know, we go to, so, you've probably been to Carlos's trivia at some point. Carlos, little nice little guy, a little mustache, he's sweet. We sometimes go to his on Monday at,
If you know the answer, bring your slip up so we can decide who's winning tonight.
down at Acadia Case. And just me, I showed up and I was alone for the first 2 rounds, and my friend Chelsea joined me. We still got first, and I was like, thank you very much. Did you put your name on it? Your team name? Great. We want to know the difference, right? Yes.
Looking for the difference. I got 2 teams in. I got team just and future retirees. Who else are we looking for here?
There we go. Thank you.
We got the Wizard of Ozzy. Did questions for musicals? Did they get one in?
Your time.
So I have to set these aside. So questions about is with Quizzers. That makes it easy. Already, a lot of people put like multiple millions. The only team under a million was questions about musicals only. Glasgow is the third most populated metropolitan area, but because of how Britain does cities, cities have a very distinct area surrounding them. So, even though there's a lot more people over there, Glasgow, Montana has about 3,000 people. Glasgow, Scotland has about 635,000 living in the city, which means taking home first place tonight is going to be Team Just Unique Team Just. They guessed a little under 2 million. Second place is going to be Future Retirees, who guessed just under 2 million. And the third place prize is going to go to the questions about musicals. Only questions about musicals. Taken home. I think that's the perfect team to get. Yes, please. If I had more wall space, you don't think I'd have this gorgeous guy on my wall all the time? Just so I could feel the joy spinning around.
You could. Actually need cards. Nobody got me the prizes for first and second.
We can do that.
So again, first place is going to be Unique Team Just. Second place is going to be Future Retirees. And third place, questions about musicals only. Wizards of Ozzy, I'm sure you have great personalities.
Gorgeous too. And the frame is just too much to make it just right.
No, the frame is perfect.
All right. So we got team Genius. He actually won. Oh, awesome. So yeah, they're printing them out right now. Oh. Was there a second place prize? I couldn't remember. Yep. So you'll go to the bar. Yeah. They're going to print some out for you. You can talk to that guy.
They weren't made yet. What's first and second?
30 and 20.
Anyway, thank y'all so much for coming down. Congrats to our 3 winners and tons of love to Wizard of Ozzy. We're down here every Wednesday night. Thank you. Spend amazing amounts of hours during the week just being like, what dumb thing can I ask these smart people this week? As I mentioned earlier, Bingo's really straightforward.
Yeah. And did you get cards out? Second place. Okay, great. Thanks for coming down, guys.
Otherwise, don't forget on Sundays we have a gaming thing. You can get buy one get one free pints if you bring in your own game. Tuesdays is bingo. Wednesdays is trivia. Fridays live music, and Mondays is actually an industry night with some great deals on a $10 meal. You get a beer, burger, and fries for $10. You can get wings. You can get tacos. It's a whole thing. Yeah, thanks so much for joining us, Ricky, Sam. Hope you guys have a great night and get out there and enjoy summer. Fire season is right around the corner. If you're not doing it now, you're doing it wrong.
Something happened in you. What it is ain't exactly clear. There's a man with a drum over there. And I've got you well. Children, it's time we stop.
I don't remember seeing a subway.
I appreciate it. I didn't think you had like something like a pine cone up here.
No,
It looks like that, but like I know that that's not usually what the situation is.
it could be. You never know.
I'm not talking. I'm just talking. You know, but either way, you know.
Oh, you want to see something super cute? Picture my friend made me. Isn't that adorable?
It really is. No, no, no,
It's so cute. It's in a little doodle.
it's together too. You're saying
Yeah.
you guys are cute individually, and then together you're like, oh,
It's so cute.
love it.
And
Love
she made them not smiling too, which is perfect. That's
it. You're like, well, but still good sometimes.
yeah.
Oh, I set one of these aside so it was dead, but now there's two over there. My love is flying. Sorry, I'm gonna come in here and just stay the fuck out of their organization and make it bright.
No,
There's no reason why you shouldn't look
Reed,
at
I'm
all
ta-
the
I'm
rolled up
taking it
t-shirts and
over.
just see the size. Be
I'm
like,
taking
small.
it over. It got assigned to me today.
Do you know? Can I show you the shtick?
No, I know what you're talking about. Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
And then you stack them all facing forward, and then you just need a way to display each design in front of it.
Yep, and
So
I'm
that's those plasticky dumb little.
figure out like a new
Okay.
piece of furniture that we can use for them. I'm gonna get them consistently on good colors and good material.
And maybe make sure that like there's so many people come back and they're like, oh, there's only double XLs, and I'm like, you clearly want more of these.
Flop this over. Okay, this one is 2XL.
Yeah, and I'll probably grab that.